מתי. שלום, ערב טוב. Ask me later, okay? Daniel, you too, Yaakov, שלום. It's not pink. Why do you see pink? I see pink everywhere. We're talking about that. Something else. איך אתה שומע? זיו?
הדלקת מחדש את הנק? 1, 2, 3, טסטינג 1, 2, 3, בסדר? בסדר? זיו, ריקורד.
By the way, I'm a MEPI alumni too.
Oh, you are?
And this project started with MEPI in Istanbul, with the American Embassy.
Very nice.
I was in University of Delaware with the MEPI.
That's great.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I need to come in a picture, please. Okay?
Still trying to. Thank you.
Can I have a picture?
Sure, sure.
אני צריכה אותה עם זה.
Okay.
רגע.
Sure.
I'm taking orders.
Me too. Yeah, that's all I ever do.
כולם מחכים לראות את זה. ביוטיוב ובפייסבוק. Harry, let's start.
Okay. This is ready.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I got it, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming tonight. It's great to see such a crowd. I'm getting ready to introduce Ambassador Friedman, but before I do, I would also like to introduce some members of his family who have joined us here today. His wife, Tammy, his son, Jacob, and his daughter-in-law, Danielle. Thank you very much for coming to join us.
Thank you.
Ambassador Friedman arrived in May of this year, but he is already very much part of our embassy family, and as such, he's here to help us celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is October. Really glad to have him for the first of what I imagine will be many such celebrations. Ladies and gentlemen, Ambassador David Friedman.
Thanks, Leslie. Thank you all so much for coming. You know, when I was younger, in my parents' generation, the word cancer, if it was spoken at all, was spoken in a whisper, as if just uttering the word at full volume would make it somehow contagious, or perhaps somehow cause the devil to wake up and inflict this vile illness upon the poor speaker. Today, cancer unfortunately remains a vile illness that takes too many of us far too early. But unlike the past generation, it is something that we talk about. It's fortunately an illness that in many respects is in retreat, but far from having been eradicated. One of the reasons it's in retreat is because of the medical advances that come out of this great country, from the state of Israel, that come out of the United States of America, and of course that come out of the partnerships between our two great nations. Currently, and I'm sure many of you are aware of this, the U.S. National Institute of Health supports 10 U.S.-Israel projects that relate to the curing of breast cancer. And the U.S.-Israel Binational Science Foundation currently supports 3 projects that address solid tumors, in particular with regard to breast cancer. These projects are conducted both in the United States and in Israel, and they combine the brainpower of American and Israeli scientists in the search for ways to treat and ultimately cure breast cancer. In America and in Israel, we are united in our love for our mothers, our daughters, our sisters, our aunts, nieces, and our close friends. Sadly, 1 in 8 women in this country and in Israel, in this country and in the United States, will be diagnosed with breast cancer, 1 in 8. We honor all of those who lost their lives to breast cancer. We recognize the courageous survivors who are fighting it today. And of course, we wish them, as they say in Hebrew, refuah shlema, a speedy recovery and a full recovery. October, as everyone knows, internationally, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Just as important as scientific research is awareness. Awareness that leads to early detection, which is so critical to a positive outcome. Breast cancer is the most common cancer in women worldwide. It doesn't discriminate. It attacks Americans and Israelis and people throughout the world of all ages, all backgrounds, all creeds, all religions. And I commend everyone who works so hard to find a cure and to eradicate this disease. We stand in solidarity with all breast cancer survivors, and of course we mourn all breast cancer victims. At this time of the year, we reaffirm our commitment to raising awareness and advancing research efforts to cure breast cancer. And while the color pink becomes ubiquitous only in October, the fight against breast cancer confronts us and consumes us all year round. Tonight, we're very honored to be standing here with Mohammed Hamed, founder and CEO of the Mariam Foundation, and Irit Panet, chairperson of the 1 in 9 NGO, and all their respective teams. We're here with Mariam's family, who have done such an extraordinary job to honor the memory of their beloved daughter, and we welcome so many other distinguished guests. I'm delighted that the U.S. Embassy is participating in this great project for the 3rd year in a row, bringing all of you together. We join institutions throughout Israel and around the world to shine a light, a pink light, on efforts to prevent, detect, and cure breast cancer. Thank you so much for coming, and I'm going to turn over the podium. No, we're not up to that yet. Everybody wants to see the light. Everyone's going to see the light, but we have a program that we're going to follow, and we're not up to turning on the light yet. Okay? So, with that, Terry, I think you're up next, right?
Yes.
Good, good. You're welcome.
Yes, we just came from a discussion over at our offices with a number of activists from the world of breast cancer awareness and research. Very emotional and very inspiring conversation. And we wanted to have two of the leaders that the ambassador mentioned say a few words before we actually turn on the lights. So first, why don't we have Irit Hanet come up from the 1 and 9. She'll say a couple of words, and then we'll have Hamada Hamed from Miriam Foundation. So, Irit.
I mostly want to thank Ambassador Friedman and his gracious wife, and even his daughter, son and daughter, who came here, I guess because they found it important. And the meeting we had earlier was also an opportunity to meet other people who are fighting with us, and maybe to create some new useful connections for the cause. And the cause being early detection, any awareness we can achieve by this ceremony would be very helpful. So thank you for this tradition that you started and keep.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Mr. David Friedman, thank you and your family from the bottom of my heart for giving us the opportunity to continue Miriam tradition for the third year in lighting the embassy in pink, which is the message of Miriam Foundation in all of the country. The pink illuminations are to remind women that early detection of breast cancer saves lives. Miriam Foundation supports patients and their families during and after the sickness in all kinds of cancer. Miriam Foundation believes that cancer does not know religion or faith. In order to fight cancer, we must stand united. Many thanks to the Ambassador and the American Embassy for putting faith in us and sharing our beliefs, and me personally as a MEPI alumni. The American Embassy is my second home. We stress the importance of current and future collaboration between the American Embassy and Miriam Foundation. Thank you all for making this yearly tradition possible and spreading our message more effective and meaningful. Thank you.
Okay. Just again, I want to thank everybody for being here. If this helps even one person become more aware of the risks of breast cancer, one more person obtain early detection. If we save one life, there's a saying there's a Hebrew saying, if you save one life, it's like you saved the entire world. Let's hope we save a lot more lives than one, but even one would be more than justify our effort here tonight. Having said that, before we jump the gun, I'm going to say this in 3 languages, so don't jump ahead, okay? First, in Arabic, Liyakun Nor. Now in Hebrew, Vayehi Or. And finally, let's get ready, in English, let there be light. Good work, good work. Yeah.
Thank you for doing this, sir.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Sure, pleasure.
Thank you so
my
much.
pleasure. Thank you.
My name is Ruba. I work in the Israeli TV. I'm a board member at the Miriam Foundation, and we really appreciate that gesture of the embassy.
Sure.
Like